Yo, happy Labor Day. Just want to give you guys a quick update on where we are with the 52 Chevy. So we are under our thrash to get it ready for Sick Week 2025 in January. We've still got a lot of work to do. Can't see, but I guess you can. There's no engine anymore. So engine's out. It is off to Todd at Dynamic Power. He's going to be doing rods, crank, pistons, and our cylinder heads, getting it back to us so we can build it up. So while that's out, we are working on a couple other big things. The cage. So the cage is number one on the list. We can't do anything else with it until the cage is in. So we'll give you a quick update on what we've done with our cage. So we're building an 850 spec cage here. Do not judge the welds. I'm not a welder. I'm just a guy with a welder. But I believe that they should be all good enough to pass a cage inspection and get our certification for this. So we are doing a Rhodes race car chassis setup. This is Rhodes race car makes purpose-built cages that are bent to fit. All you gotta do is cut some bars to length and zap them in place according to how you want it and the spec you are running. So this, like I said, is an 850 spec cage. We have got our main hoop. You can see there. The main hoop is in with the body swap. So obviously this is a 52 Chevy on an S10 frame. So there are body mounts. You can see here. That's a new body mount. We had to got those from Russ D's. He makes conversion kits for these trucks. So those body mounts are what has adapted the body onto the frame. Well, on these trucks, they were never meant to be race cars. So you got to get creative with how you put this cage in. Now, the rules say has to go, if it has a frame, this cage has to go down to that frame. So we've built down here, you kind of see outriggers. So those are welded to the frame and then they come up to the floor. So that is frame. And then back here, same thing. You can see there's a weld for the bar that goes down. You can see over there's another one. And then we welded this bar all the way across. So this is both cage support and structural frame support. It's acting as a cross member, if you will, through our bed or through our cab. Now we've also got some sidebars to put in here, some crossbars in the back. So this bar is going to add much more support for them. Instead of going to some sort of plate on the floor, this is going to be way better. Got our harness bar in, got the halo, and then we've obviously got our door bars. Now, none of these are zapped in to the outriggers yet. Dad and I were working so hard on this all weekend that I ran out of wire. So we'll need to get some new wire and come in here and finish all these up. Then once that's in, we gotta put our seats back in and then put our door bars in. Once the door bars are in, this is where the fun begins, I guess. All of that was actually hard. That wasn't fun at all. We need to cut right about there, 2 holes for our, you can see the long bars here, those ones. Those are gonna come down to the back of the frame. So we've got to get those put on. We can't do any of the body work, or I don't want to do any of the body work until this cage is in, inspected, and passed certification. So one thing we're not sure on yet is dash bar. So rules are, if you modify an OEM firewall beyond a certain point, you need a dash bar. Well, you can see there our transmission tunnel has been cut, and it will be cut even more we're gonna run this trans tunnel back to this hump right here. And this is like a well underneath where the seat would go for storage of parts or tools or whatever you needed in your 52 Chevy. But we're gonna take our tunnel and continue it back and then build some more plates, then seal all that up, cut that floor out. I don't know if that constitutes modification of the firewall. Definitely constitutes modification of the floor. We may need crossbars in that case. The kit didn't come with those. Check that. I believe it did. So this is a dash bar, and Rhodes cut some of them already. You can see this is one of the crossbars that goes behind the seats. So I got 2 of those. I've got 2 down bars to the back of the frame, and then I believe those right here might be our crossbars. So in case we need them, we could probably actually just do them. We can see there's one of our outriggers, and there's another one over here. We should be able to connect those underneath instead of doing them up here where space is limited. But we'll check with our inspector on that. So that's the cage for now. While we're in here, went ahead and cleaned up the roof. So we're not going to put a headliner back in. This will probably be reserved for stickers or something cool. And then just put some primer on this back window. Obviously this isn't going to come out and get replaced, so our bullet hole won't be there anymore. But we've got our light. I could put that back up. I kind of wanted to clean it up first. It's kind of rusty. We're not really sure yet how we're going to paint the inside of this cab, the dash, all that. We've got some plans for it. Obviously, we want our glove box to still work. Our dash is going to go right about here, as low profile as we can get it to the structure of the dash. And then up here, because it's a drag and drive car, we're probably going to put some sort of power bank for charging phones, or mounting a phone for navigation, that sort of stuff. So that's where the old radio would have been. There's not going to be a radio in this. We don't have time for it. So our next step after configuring everything else is understanding what we're going to do for a power system there. But besides that, we got to figure out our steering a little bit more. That'll be one of the next steps. Once the cage is done and the seats are back in, we will figure out steering. Obviously, we got no pedals, so we'll have to get pedals in there, and pretty much everything else. Full wiring. Rear end still needs to be ordered. Probably need to get on that pretty quick, and then we can get a drive shaft made. But this was our mess for the weekend. So we're getting the garage cleaned back up. Obviously, there's no Nova in here, so it's outside. We're gonna pull it back in after we get everything cleaned up and organized and ready for more sleepless nights of work. Get this sick week 2025 vehicle thrash done. So look forward to you guys' comments. If there's anything specific about the truck build you want to see, I will be happy to show you or help you with anything. This is my first ever truck build. I've never built a vehicle from scratch like this before. So this is a learning experience for me. And it is a fun one at that. So if you have any comments about what we should do, especially on that steering system that we need to put in, please put them in the comments. Like, follow, share, subscribe, do all those things. It helps grow the channel, and spread the word to other car enthusiasts. And that's what we want, is we want to help educate about drag and drive, what we do, and then obviously the most important thing, F cancer. We don't like it. And so if we can do anything to help raise awareness, funds for cancer research, that's what we're doing. We have our F cancer page on BCRF. That's a Breast Cancer Research Foundation, to help find a cure and do what we can there. So, guys, have a good night. Happy Labor Day.